Hello everyone, welcome back to LearnCity and welcome back to Human Resources class. Today's class will continue from our Module 3, Communicating the Employee Handbook. Communicating the Employee Handbook is an important step in ensuring the employees are aware of company policies and procedures and understand their work and responsibilities in the workplace. A well-communicated employee handbook can help to improve employee engagement, productivity, and retention, and can help to minimize the risk of legal disputes by ensuring that employees are aware of their rights and obligations. Here are some best practices for communicating the employee handbook effectively. Number 1, choose the right communication method. When communicating the employee handbook, it is important to choose a communication method that is appropriate for your organization and your employees. Some common methods include paper copies. That's printed copies of the employee's handbook can be an effective use to ensure that employees have easy access to the information they need. This is particularly important for employees who do not have regular access to a computer or the internet. Another one is digital copies. Providing digital copies of the employee handbook can be a convenient way to ensure that employees have access to the information they need, particularly for remote or mobile workers. Online portals. Creating an online portal or intranet where employees can access the employee handbook and other important documents can be an effective way to ensure that employees have easy access to the information they need. This can also be a useful tool for tracking employee engagement and ensuring that employees are aware of updates or changes to the handbook. Number 2, providing training. Provide training and orientation. In addition to providing employee a copy of the employee handbook, it is important to provide training and orientation to ensure that employees understand the policies and procedures outlined in the handbook. This can include in-person training sessions. Thus, hosting in-person training sessions can be an effective way to ensure that employees understand the policies and procedures outlined in the employee handbook. This can also be an opportunity for employees to ask questions and provide feedbacks. Another one is an online training modules. Creating online training modules can be a convenient way to ensure that employees have access to the information they need, particularly for remote or mobile workers. Orientation sessions, including an employee handbook orientations as part of the onboarding process can help to ensure that new employees are aware of the company's policies and procedures from the start of their employment. Number 3, make the handbook accessible. In addition to choosing the right communication method, it is important to make the employee handbook accessible to all employees. This can include providing translations. If your organizations employs workers who speak languages other than English, it is important to provide translations of the employee's handbook to ensure that all employees can understand the policies and procedures outlined in the handbook. Providing accommodations. If the organization employs workers with disabilities, it is important to provide accommodations to ensure that they can access the information they need in the employee's handbook. Updating regularly. It is important to update the employee handbook regularly to ensure that it remains accurate and up-to-date. This can include updating policies and procedures to reflect changes in the law or organization standard, as well as updating the handbook to reflect changes in the organization. Number 4, encourage feedbacks and questions. Finally, it is important to encourage feedbacks and questions from employees to ensure that they understand the policies and procedures outlined in the employee handbook. This can include providing contact information for HR representative or other relevant personnel can be an effective way to encourage employees to ask questions or provide feedback about the employee handbook. Creating an anonymous feedback mechanism. Creating an anonymous feedback mechanism such as an online survey or suggestion box can be a useful tool for employees who may be hesitant to provide feedback or ask questions in person. Soliciting feedbacks regularly. It is important to solicit feedbacks regularly to ensure that the employee's handbook remains relevant and effective. This can include asking employees for feedbacks during training sessions or during annual performance reviews. In conclusion, communicating the employee's handbook is an important step in ensuring that employees understand the complaint.